Follow your dreams when my dream's crazy. I was swimming alone with something under me. Follow your dreams, but dreams are hazy. Was there treading a pool where blue in the deep. Ooh. This week, we will reflect on a big issue for creatives: how to balance work and media. We have all felt the emotional strain social media places upon us. I will share 3 ways I have learned for better self-care as a creative online. Hello, everyone. 'Tis the season to make preparations for the new year. I am thrilled that we have gotten to this point together so we can progress into the best and most fun part, the actual creativity. January is going to be amazing. I just know it. I had originally planned to bring in content on mastering the creative message and tie in an expander with that, but none of this aligned well for what we're doing and what my gut was telling me would be the most impactful for you. So I threw everything out the window entirely. Instead, today we will focus on how creatives are being asked to show up in media messaging and the emotional and physical strain this ask places upon us. And I will share what I learned on how to remain focused on the work and avoid total burnout. I think we can all agree it is an almost impossible task to be an artist or genius with amazing gifts and talents and then have to market these within the constraints of an algorithm every single day. Over the past several months, I have seen many posts from creatives about their struggles. Some hilarious, and some they're kind of heavy in their emotional depth. Balancing social media is a struggle. It is limiting. Just this week, I had to give up on social media fully because it was more pressing to prepare for traveling abroad, tie up loose ends from selling my home and moving, manage my clients piling on months and months worth of work on top of me with a deadline of completion in 2.5 weeks. And I've been couch surfing for the past 2.5 weeks. My final social media post was on Monday, where I told my truth minutes after waking up to share with everyone what was going on. And since then, I have just lived. And it has felt amazing. It's been freeing. I missed that feeling. Oh my gosh. Artists and innovators are not meant for quantity. These are the quality people of the world. You are quality, my makers and shakers. And I believe that many others believe that social media is finally shifting in this direction. Some people will still mindlessly scroll for the new, right? New, to get buzz hits off of each one. They are addicted. But there is a growing group who is backing away from social media entirely, and even others who want to consume media in a more curated way. Basically, people want more social connection. Who would have thought? I believe, and again, many others are saying, that long-form media will begin to take the place of the 30-second hits eventually. I mean, wouldn't you rather create something once a week that finds the right people who care about what you're talking about versus create something every day that may or may not land in the void? Me too, friend. So, would you consider long form? Why or why not? How have you been using social media? How has it worked for you in terms of finding clients, finding partners, and finding community? Let me know. Don't give up on yourselves and your work. Just adapt, try new things, and play. This is what I'm trying to embody for you all. Here are some areas that I plan to play with, which I hope you will also consider in your own media. Take the next few weeks to consider your own self-care needs as a creative. I would love to hear about what you learned in self-discovery. First of all, I am moving away from short form towards long form content as the media lead. Even though less people are hearing it and seeing it, this podcast has been more rewarding for me, the creative, than anything else I've done this year. And now I plan to make it more visual. So I'm going to take some classes while abroad to figure out the best way to move forward with this. I may even look into recording studios. Having the podcast as a visual will push me out of my comfort zone even more. I may even create episodes to be more of a mix of me in a studio and B-roll footage of my explorations. We shall see. I'm also about to travel to amazing places, and I want to bring everyone with me, so I'll be doing point-of-view recordings of my long walks, either alone or with the dogs I'm caring for. POV videos are some of my favorites, so I hope you will enjoy them as well. From these long-form videos, I hope to grab bits to transform into short-form social media clips. So the long-form first, and then short-form second. Building community through short-form media doesn't really make sense because my ultimate objectives, which we've talked about in previous episodes, are to build community. Putting a ton of energy into areas that aren't supporting that just don't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. Second, offering content and services is going to be based on what people already love about me. I've been paying attention to the feedback from my listeners and followers, and have been hearing some themes in the messages. And here is what I've gotten just in the past week or two. See if you can make out those themes. These are quotes. I don't always understand what you're talking about with what you do for work, but I watch your videos anyways to try to keep up with you. Have you considered applying a more generalized approach to what you offer so more people understand how you can help them? You're going to lose people almost right away with this caption of what you do. You need to figure out how to talk to the camera like you're speaking to a sixth grader. You're using too big words. I don't have the attention span to watch your full videos, but I'll try to like them when I see them. I don't go on social media every day, so when I check out your content, it's hard for me to pick out which ones to watch because they all seem to blend together. You're really funny. Why aren't you doing that? I feel like you aren't showing anyone your real personality. You're passionate and confrontational. Give that strength to your content so more people receive it. Okay, what did you hear? I heard that I'm being too brainy and too controlled in my approach to both my content and the services I offer clients. But why have I done this? Because I thought I needed to be a lesser version of myself to attract high-end clients. As someone born into the lower middle class, where I rarely rubbed elbows with anyone fancy, going out to dinner was usually a buffet, and Walmart was a weekly excursion. So becoming attractive to people outside the circles that I know, that I'm comfortable with, that I was born into, has honestly been a frustrating, depleting, and minimizing experience. It's not feasible for me to guess what they're looking for and try to show up as this version, which is what I've been trying to do. I learned to minimize myself in my early years and have been doing this for others too many times to count. I thought I needed to edit myself and only give people the vanilla parts of myself because everyone likes vanilla, right? No wonder I am over it. Vanilla's fine, but yeah, I like a little something, something else, different flavors. And I think a ton of artists feel this way. We should not be made to feel like clowns dancing for royalty. It is terrible. Let's all just say no. When I think of my creative self in her element, I think of 3 photographs. 2 of my friends have pictures of me they bring up on repeat because they love them so much. In the first, I'm standing with a friend, looking at someone else and going off on a rant on my 29th birthday. I looked heated and on fire. I was pissed. And she's eating it up, grinning from ear to ear. You can just see the love coming from her face as she's watching me. She loves how passionate and confrontational I am. The second is with a group of people at Disney World. Everyone is standing and smiling politely next to Lightning McQueen, which, if you don't know what that is, it is a red race car character. But here's me. I, for some reason, have decided to pull a Daisy Dukes. Hands on the hood, booty in the air, looking over my shoulder. I don't know why I did it. I just did it. Nobody else did it fun. They all stood there while I did something completely off the wall and unhinged. And my friend not only loves to resend this photo of me randomly in group chats, but he will reenact it every time the occasion arises. My favorite picture of me is when I was about 7 years old. I'm standing with my beautiful blonde neighbor in the living room. She's my age. She is serenely posed with a pretty smile on her face. Her outfit is neatly put together. Next to her, I'm completely covered in a mashup fairy outfit over my clothes. So stirrup leggings, sweatshirt, and Coke bottle glasses wonky on my face. They always are slipping off my face, as well as a tutu, sparkly tiara, and wand. And I'm ignoring the camera entirely. And instead, I'm trying to use that wand to conjure something up into my hand, while also looking like I'm about to fall over. I bet I was spinning around to enhance my magic right before the photo was taken. My ideal audience and clients would want to work with me as I am, so marketing myself as something else doesn't make much sense, does it? Finally, creating better boundaries and balance with what I share online. I already mentioned that quality over quantity and the long form over short form. I don't actually buy into the rule of posting every single day and even multiple times a day forever. It's unsustainable. The algorithm cares more about what you can do for the algorithm, making other users interact with the platform more, making other users offer their minds as currency. So you could post every day until eternity swallows you up. But if you aren't posting in the ways the algorithm likes, it will not push your content. Even if it is amazing and you spent days filming and editing it together. Good for the people who can do it. I hope they don't end up in an institution. Instead, I will respect myself more by posting in a way that I enjoy. Imagine that. But also posting in a way that lets me be me, in a way that doesn't bleed me dry. So I've been doing research on individuals who have mastered the public persona. Think Marilyn Monroe, Princess Diana, Lady Gaga, Kim Kardashian, and even Jennifer Coolidge. Guess what? These women are versions of themselves in public. This has allowed them to build healthy boundaries and privacy for themselves. And that sounds like the best sort of self-care. This doesn't mean they are fake. This doesn't mean they are liars. And this doesn't mean they aren't still them. But they have figured out a way to emphasize certain parts of themselves for the public eye, or through aspects of themselves that the public loves and needs the most. So I talk to AI, please don't judge me. I do once in a while. It's not an everyday thing. I understand the issues. About what it would take to create a persona of myself online for media. And yesterday, it gave me 8 layers to explore with what my persona should be. I had a great time considering each of these, and I decided to share them with you so you can explore and expand this week, instead of telling you a story of someone else who already has. So you, my listeners, are this episode's expanders of the week. Take your time in considering these over the next several weeks while we take a hiatus from the podcast. Here's the first layer. Function before identity. What job does this persona do in the world? Not what do you do, but what problem does your presence reliably solve for other people? When someone encounters you, what confusion should lessen? What tension should relax? What possibility should suddenly feel more real? Is your persona, if your persona were banned tomorrow, what would people suddenly miss that they can't easily replace? Second layer, audience reality, not aspiration. Who is this persona for specifically? Not demographics. I'm looking for a recurring inner sentence your people think but rarely say out loud, the kind that makes them feel seen when someone finally names it. What stage of becoming are they in when they need you and they find you? Early chaos, mid-rebuild, quiet mastery, or late disillusionment? And just as important, who is this persona not for? Whose approval would dilute your signal if you tried to earn it? Third layer, your non-negotiables. What truths have you earned the hard way that you will not soften, market away, or make palatable? These are ideas you are willing to lose followers, clients, or opportunities over. Every strong persona has at least 3 intellectual or ethical red lines. Closely related, I don't know if you can hear it, but my cat is having an asthma attack right next to me. I'm not editing this podcast again. I'm being very authentic. So you're getting the messiness. And she's decided to wake up early from her nap and come out here and promptly have an asthma attack right next to me. Don't worry, she doesn't have crazy asthma. She just, when she jumps around, she gets excited. Anyway, that's what the noise is, if you can hear it. Closely related. We're back on third layer, your non-negotiables. Closely related. What are you done pretending about? That's good timing. Skills you no longer want to justify. Doubts you're tired of apologizing for. Parts of yourself you're no longer willing to shrink. Fourth layer, your natural mode of authority. How do you actually persuade people when you're not trying? Do people come to you for clarity, permission, reframing, depth, synthesis, or courage? When someone says, "You helped me," what verb usually follows? When you speak at your best, are you naming patterns, telling stories, asking catalytic questions, dismantling bad assumptions? This determines whether your persona leads as a guide, a mirror, a translator, a cartographer, or a quiet provocateur. ChatGPT tends to wax poetic, doesn't it? Fifth layer, shadow and friction. It's funny, but it's also helpful, right? What misunderstanding follows you around like a stray cat? People with strong personas are often misread in predictable ways. Too intense, too idealistic, too intellectual, too soft, too nonlinear, too much, too intellectual. That's hilarious. It said too intellectual twice, and that is actually something that I'm working on. Also, what parts of your thinking make others uncomfortable before they make sense? That's interesting. Sixth layer, temporal orientation. Is this persona oriented toward the future, the present, or the forgotten past? Do you feel most alive reviving overlooked ideas, naming what's happening right now, or articulating what's coming before others can feel it? This matters more than branding. It determines your cadence, your references, and how timeless your work feels. Seventh layer, embodiment and limits. How much of you is available through this persona? Is your private emotional life mostly offstage, selectively referenced, or openly metabolized in public? Where is the boundary you won't cross even if vulnerability performs well? And practically, what level of output can you sustain without resentment or burnout? A persona that requires constant performance will eventually eat its creator. And the eighth layer, the final layer, the long arc. 5 years from now, what would make you feel quietly proud of having been consistent as this persona? Not famous, not successful, consistent. What walk-through line do you want someone to be able to trace from your early work to your later work and say, they never abandoned that? All right, to recap, here are the 3 ways we can all work on better balance, boundaries, and self-care in terms of how we approach media for our work. Number 1, move towards quality over quantity, playing with long-form over short-form content as the media lead. Meaning, make long-form content once or twice a week and use excerpts. Here she is. My cat is back. She's now talking to me. She's decided to be part of this. Hello, Eve. All right. Meaning, make long-form content once or twice a week and use excerpts from this to build meaningful short-form content. I'm getting a lot of boofs right now. Number 2, offer content that more people can benefit from, especially yourself. Watering down the best parts of who you are will not set you apart from the sea of media out there. It is when you pay attention to what people already love about you for you and show up this way that greatness can take hold. Number 3, create a boundary for yourself in terms of who you are publicly and who you are fully. This will help narrow down your content, protect your emotional and psychological needs, and allow for freer expression of the aspects of you which you believe will help others the most. If you plan to use these for yourself, I created a tag for us. I challenge you to add the hashtag balanced makers and shakers to all of your posts from here on out. Yes, hashtags are also being phased out from the platforms, but they are still active now, so let's use one to find one another's accounts. Finally, and I did some research, you guys know this hashtag is not being used by anyone, so if you use it, Everyone will see yours if they're also using it. I don't have a huge following right now, but I would like to hopefully have this as a consistent measure of community building from here on out until they phase out hashtags entirely, because unfortunately the hashtag itself, once again, is not helping the algorithm support the platforms making people addicted to them. So anyway, it's helpful to us. It's not helpful for the algorithm. So we'll see how long it lasts, but balanced makers and shakers. It is long, but I wanted to find something that nobody else was using. Okay. Let's engage in conversation. Please tell me about you and some of your questions. And here are your final reflection questions to think about. What do you think about all of these 3 ways to support artistic and genius self-care? What would it feel like to identify the parts of yourself that you can lean into for your followers, your clients, your audience, while keeping the rest of yourself to yourself? Does that sound helpful? Maybe less draining? Let me know. And as always, what projects are you working on and how is it going? You can add anything you would like to share in the comments section or email me directly at camelieLaBeouf@gmail.com. This will be in the description for you. No one monitors this email but me, so I welcome your thoughts, and I would love to address them with anonymity in future episodes. Let's grow this community of creatives and innovators together. Finally, one last reflection. Who is helping you reach your goals and dreams? I created my business to serve as the partner and collaborator for creatives and innovators to bring their visions to life through grounded, actionable steps. If you would like to learn more about how I support my clients, please check out cameliedesigns.com. That's cameliedesigns.com. Happy holidays all. I will see you in the new year from Auckland. Thank you for listening to Beyond the Template. You're doing great. Keep it up. Keep it creative. My name is Caroline Amelie LaBeouf. I have a degree in art and in counseling, and also professional level certificates in educational advising and learning design and technology. Roles I have carried include illustrator, photographer, writer, traveler, mentor, instructor, and most recently, entrepreneur. If you are curious to learn further about the work I offer my clients, check out cameliedesigns.com. That's cameliedesigns.com. Follow your dreams when my dream's crazy. I was swimming alone with something under me. Follow your dreams, but dreams are hazy. Was there treading a pool well blue in the deep. Ooh. Follow your dreams when my dream's crazy. I was flying atop rows of orchard trees. Follow your dreams, but dreams are hazy. Weighted low on the ground, grasping air to flee. Ooh. When the air is thick and the road is long, it's easy to forget how to sing your song. But dreaming can only get you so far. With dust in your eyes, not knowing where to start. Follow your dreams, move through precision. Use that song in your heart for each intention. Follow your dreams, thoughts true, attempted. Your creation exists just beyond the template.